Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. We are going to do a live stream today, pretty much talking about Hedera Hashgraph, going to update you guys on pretty much what is happening, what I think is going to be happening very soon as well. When we talk about a lot of this stuff, first off, a lot of people don't realize what is actually happening behind the scenes. Like, everybody thinks that, hey, we should have a governing council now, we should have a governing council tomorrow, why aren't we pumping? Everybody is so impatient in this game right now. They just want to see, the price movement. That's pretty much everything that they want to see. That's pretty much the only thing that they want to see. But realistically speaking, when we're talking about a lot of these projects, like for example, HBAR being a 100-year plus project, we really can't rush innovation. I get it. There's other coins pumping. For example, right now, ADA is moving in price. It's up 17.09. Actually, just jumped another percentage, up 18.04% on the 7-day span, up nearly 6%. A lot of the altcoins are turning green, opposed to Bitcoin barely moving. So this is actually very interesting to see right now currently. I am still expecting some volatility on Bitcoin. I'm still expecting 42K down to 40K, somewhere around there, with lows even at 38K. I'm not questioning that. I'm not changing my mind on that. We are still marching into the weekend, so we could still see that. But we got some exciting news regarding HBAR today. Obviously, the price action isn't, great or anything like that. I'm not going to be talking about too much of the price action overall. But I will say this, right? In regards to HBAR specifically, there is a lot of things to talk about. I've talked about it for multiple times, or on multiple occasions, I should say, at multiple times. And the reasoning behind that is the idea of pretty much saying, hey, we could see massive price influxes to $10 to $100 and so forth. A lot of people don't believe it just because the price action has been lackish lately. But we have been seeing some updates, right? First and foremost, I really want to talk about this, right? So today we did see that they announced a new GC member with LSE News. It's the London School of Economics and Political Science. I think that this is great to see. Now, when we actually do a deep dive into this, if we do read over here, we could see that they're doing incredible things in terms of blockchain research and stuff like that. But I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about the overall idea of the DLT aspect in regards to pretty much CBDCs as well. First and foremost, I do want to say when we look into things and we read into things, we can't just connect everything to CBDCs. But when you see something, for example, I believe that it is somewhere in here. Let me see, 1 second. So I think somebody actually posted it in my Discord. Let me actually grab that for you. So 1 second. So I just opened this. So if we do see here, the team has first-hand experience in collaborating with central banks, regulators, and industry practitioners in advancing and bridging the gap between research, innovation, and application of DLTs, and will run a Hedera network node alongside other council members. Impacts of COVID-19. We don't really need to read that, but this is great to see for overall the idea of, regarding CBDCs and pretty much bridging that gap in terms of DLTs as well. DLTs are truly going to be the future of technology in, even when we talk about crypto, right? I think DLTs are going to be the top 10 assets in this space when we talk about XRP, HBAR. We also have to talk about QNT, obviously, because if you guys don't know about QNT, it's basically going to be a massive decentralized ledger network that is going to be connecting all of these DLTs together. So when I talk about HBAR, I'm just saying it wouldn't be bad to hold XRP. It wouldn't be bad to also hold XDC. XLM is also pretty good for P2P payments, which I do think is going to be a good thing. But we also have to hold QNT and stuff like that as well. I hold so many assets that are in the DLT and fintech area just because of that reasoning. Now, the interesting thing about this is that this isn't a massive GC, member, right? And a lot of people, I'm sure, are going to be upset about that. They're going to say, "Oh, wow, we waited months for, just this." Like, a lot of people aren't going to be happy with this just because, it's not something incredible. It's not Amazon or anything like that that people are waiting for. But I honestly don't really care about big named, individuals basically joining the overall GC, right? I don't really care about that. I just care about, overall innovation and updates like this. This is actually great to see no matter how you look at it. I am actually very happy with this. And, in my understanding of HBAR is that they're trying to do slow growth, right? They already said 100-year company, no doubt. So I'm very happy to see that. Again, this is all talking about DLTs. We even see here LSE joins the Hedera Governing Council to advance the university's growing research and commercial outreach in blockchain and distributed ledger technologies. This goes hand in hand to tell you guys, like, listen, blockchain and DLTs are going to be around for a very long time, especially considering the fact that we are now researching them a lot. We're talking about commercial outreach. This is telling you guys, listen, this stuff is not going to just be a fly-by-night sort of thing. Like, this is going to be incorporated into the future overall system. We also see here providing opportunities for students and faculty related to hackathons, thought leadership, and research opportunities aimed at adding to the body of knowledge around distributed ledger technologies. LSE will become the second Hedera Council member from the higher education sector after London peer UCL joined the organization in May 2020. Now this is great to see again. Like we even see here, they're recognizing the enormous opportunities public and private blockchain can play in the future digital transformation. I'm telling you guys, like when we're talking about things like right now, like we're so early in this space. Like I've said it multiple times that even holding like one crypto asset right now puts you well above, a lot of individuals that aren't holding anything, right? For people who are holding Dogecoin and stuff like that, like I really don't care about it. Like, if you're making money, you're making money. I'm just saying right now, holding HBAR compared to Dogecoin, like the ROI is so much better. Like, yeah, Dogecoin from here could go to $1, it could go to $2, whatever the case may be. I don't really care. But when we talk about HBAR, I've said it. HBAR is a $100 coin. It really is. No matter how long it takes to get there, it is a $100 coin. And I'm totally fine waiting for that. I've said it multiple times that I'm very long on HBAR because of what is going to be happening, especially in regards to the future. Once we see, people recognizing what DLTs are going to be doing, especially when we talk about reshaping the financial system, reshaping financial services. Wow, sorry. And pretty much the overall transformation of these markets and industries. That's where we could really see the overall value being unlocked from HBAR. So in regards to this, I think that this is great to see. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but we even see here as a world-renowned, top-ranked academic institution, LSE's inclusion on the Hedera's Governing Council is a fantastic development for our community and the entire decentralized economy. LSE's motto is the betterment of society, and this ethos will transcend to aiding a greater understanding of future digital transformation, aided by public distributed ledgers. The team at LSE has built up an outstanding reputation in advancing the research and sharing capabilities of the industry. And I do think that there's going to be a lot more courses in regards to like blockchain and stuff like that. I think that that is going to be incredible to see as more and more educational systems pretty much advance with things like this. But a lot of things are happening, right? Even in regards to like this, like I know that I don't talk about the whole, drop thing that they're doing, but this is actually really cool to see. I already reported on this briefly, but it wasn't too crazy. But like micropayments are going to be the future. We're talking about, Twitter, micropayments. Like I know a lot of these big named individuals, like for an example, like, Jack Dorsey, he's pretty much blinded by the Bitcoin train, if you will. So I'm not too concerned about that, but I do know that micropayments are going to be a huge thing, especially when we talk about Drop. Like Drop's doing great things as well. I'm very happy about the future, especially when we talk about carbon negative energy and stuff like that. Not talking about this, but they're basically working with a lot of these big named individuals in even electricity and stuff like that. That's going to do carbon negative by 2050. I know that that's a while away still. Like trust me, by 2050. I'll be already like in my 50s or 40s or whatever. So in that regard, like I don't mind waiting that long, but I don't think that I'm gonna have to wait that long to become extremely rich. Like I think that when we talk about HBAR and HBAR's overall price evaluations and price appreciation, I think that it's within the next 4 years at least, and I think that this year we'll see a massive price influx on HBAR as well. Like what we're doing here, we're building for this major breakout. It's been 156 days officially, guys. We will most likely range a little bit more, but we have bounced significantly off the 100-day MA. Bitcoin has bounced significantly off of this support zone here, down 44.2K. I know it broke down a little bit below it, but nothing has changed. Realistically speaking, I'm still waiting for that downward pressure. We might not get it. We might just reclaim the 200-day MA, get back into this green rectangle zone. This is pretty much the price demand going back to February, and then we just might just go higher, right? Anything is possible, and I'm not going to bet on too much things in regards to where we will see HBAR and also Bitcoin go. I'm still holding very strong. I'm still, looking at the market and waiting for it overall. I'm not too concerned overall on price action right now, but I do think that HBAR realistically this year could hit $3 to $6 conservative, and I do think it could top out at about $10 to $15 overall at the high end of things. So I'm still holding very strong. I still think that the price action on HBAR is very early, and we are seeing a lot of updates in regards to it. For an example, even going back to this whole London stuff, we see it becomes the 39th organization to join them. They are the second overall university, which I've already said, but we are talking about that public decentralized ledger stuff, like DLTs. I don't think people realize how actually big DLTs are in regards to the overall financial system. I think that they are going to pretty much reshape crypto for what it is. But I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about LA Token. So LA Token pretty much listed us today as well at 7:21 a.m. Sorry that I couldn't report on that live. I basically woke up at 8 a.m. But we do see that LA Token is a decent exchange. It's nothing too crazy. It's not Binance. It's not this, that, whatever. But they are ranked 112 out of the overall massive amount of exchanges here. I mean, as you guys can see, I could pretty much just scroll through here for days. But LA Token is number 112. They have a 4.1 overall rating, which is totally fine. They are above Hotbit and a few other exchanges, but overall, they do have decent liquidity and stuff like that. So this could provide a little bit of value, but I don't think it's going to provide too much value. I'd much rather see at least a top 10 listing. There's still a few that we don't have. I actually think that we have most of these except for Coinbase and stuff like that. But I would love to see some more overall, major CEX listings. I think that will really help the price. But overall, I think that we have everything in our grasp to actually move. I just don't think a lot of people know about us yet because of the lack of overall marketing. I think that once marketing actually ramps up, I think that that's when we really see the price overall appreciation of HBAR. I still think that we're extremely early. I don't even question the overall idea of price appreciation for HBAR, but I do know a lot of people do. Also, shout out to Crypto King. Thanks for the $1. I do appreciate it. I do see a lot of people in the chat. I'm gonna, pretty much wrap up the stream and talk to you guys a little bit about, just what's going on in the chat, and then basically I will end the stream and. I want to talk about Stack and stuff like that today. I do have a few plans to upload a few other videos as well, but I do think that we are extremely early on HBAR. I think that it is a massive sleeping giant right now. The exchange that we got today wasn't too crazy. The overall GC member, it's not too crazy of an aspect if you look at it as just like a university, but it is pretty cool to see that universities and the educational system is finally realizing the power behind blockchain technology and also DLTs. I think that it is great to see. There's a lot of things. Also, in regards to Stack, I'm going to talk about why I think it is a 1000x asset, and we can go to $9 this year. I'm going to talk about that later on today as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to read the chat and catch up with you guys, and I'm going to end the stream after that. So, first off, shout out to Brendan G in here, Blake as well, Khalid, Brailsford. We also see, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. It's just all H's and F's and stuff. Crypto King, of course. We also see a few other individuals in here. Manny, what's going on? What's going on, Bill, as well. So, first off, let's address a few things. So we do see here VET or HBAR. I think HBAR VET has a massive supply for its overall price. I still think that it's going to do good. I just think the ROI on HBAR is better. We also see here HBAR will blow up. Definitely, if HBAR reaches $7, I'll be quitting my job. Might happen this year, definitely. We do see here 120,000 coins. That's a good start. Gotten early because of Credible Crypto. Credible individual. Yup. Best YouTuber for HBAR. I do appreciate it. Gotten late at 32 cents, but brought down to 24 cents. Yeah, I was buying at under 30 cents, so pretty much 30 to 20 cents I was buying, and then I stacked heavily under 20 cents because I do know that now. I mean, I honestly, like, under 20 cents is a possibility for HBAR still, but I don't think that, it's a high possibility. Appreciate all the research that you do for us. I appreciate you, man. I own Stack too. Yep, a lot of people do, especially in regards to HBAR because it is an overall partner with them. Phenomenal ad of top 5 UK universities that will bolster Hedera's list of uncorruptible GC members, pristine governance. Yes. Again, it goes into the idea that people have to realize that with all GC members, like, we don't need Amazon, we don't need, Google and stuff like that all the time. Like, we don't need top tier GC members joining us. We just need a nice decentralized overall GC that's, pretty much comprised of great individuals that are pretty much spread out throughout the entire world, because that adds that decentralized aspect. So when people look at that, you don't want these top tier companies all the time. You still need it to be pretty balanced overall. Looking forward to the weekly live streams in the future with HBAR. Yes, I guess it's a good I guess it's a good point to announce right now while we do have a few viewers in here. I will be doing a live stream pretty much every single week on Fridays. I mean, I'm going to live stream whenever I want, obviously, but I'm also going to live stream pretty much every Friday. I'm going to try to make that a thing. Who knows how that's going to go, but I do plan on live streaming and uploading a lot more. As you guys already know, I upload like 4 videos a day, or at least try to. Like yesterday, YouTube pretty much told me, hey, we're not going to upload your live stream until tomorrow. So now my live stream from yesterday just went live today. It's all over the place, but it sucks. What are you going to do? Nick, when you talk about HBAR transactions, what actual transactions are those? Like, are they payments or what are they? So a transaction is pretty much any event over the mainnet. So for an example, like AdStacks, right? AdStacks is doing transactions over the mainnet. Transactions could be pretty much anything, but it is messages that are in terms of revenue or revenue balance. That's why, like, even AdStacks, like, a lot of people are confused on what a transactional event actually is. It's pretty much any event similar to Ethereum. When anybody uses the Ethereum network, you're pretty much using a transactional event once a dollar or any sort of message flows over the system. But every single message and every single event costs that fraction of a cent. So 0.001 of a fraction of a cent is utilized. So all the transactions are actual transactions. I know a lot of people were spreading FUD around, oh, it's all fake transactions, it's this, that, whatever the case may be, but it's actually, realistic if you look at it and actually do the research behind the transactional events. It's actually pretty easy to understand. I'm waiting to hit $100. Yeah, I think $100 on HBAR is definitely possible. We also see here $30, 5 years. Yeah, I don't know. I think that we don't need to wait too much longer for $30. I think that we'll see $30 by 2025, definitely. Like 30 to 50 or even $100 by 2025 is possible. 120,000 is a lot. I have $8,000 in BTT. Mad, down, and wish I would have seen HBAR before BT. Yeah. Again, it goes into the idea, like, even when we come over here, like, I've missed some profit points. Like, for an example, on Matic, let's kind of scroll down if it could. So on Matic, I sold at around the topping point. It was nearly at the top, almost exact. I was actually surprised, but I took profit on it. I could have reinvested it on the dip during May, and then pretty much made a lot more cash. But I instead invested into HBAR I think it was like pretty much here at around like almost 15 cents exact. It was somewhere like around, I might have bought the overall support zone from here, which was like almost 16 cents. But I mean, I'm still up in profit, like about like 6-7 cents, but I could have been up significantly on like Matic, almost 70 cents from that dip. So it is what it is. ROI is not a too big concern for me. Like I still think that Matic is $5 to $10 this bull run. I'm not too concerned overall on the price appreciation on Matic. I still hold a decent amount. I still think Matic is a great hold, and I do think that it is long term a great project that could rally against Ethereum and a few other, well, not rally against Ethereum, but it's already using the Ethereum ecosystem. But I do think that it could rally against Cosmos and Polkadot, for an example. I think that once their overall network goes fully live, it's pretty much end game for Cosmos and also Polkadot. Like we will pretty much go well beyond their prices as well. So I'm still holding Matic for long term because I do think that they are doing incredible things. I think that if they are the first interoperable network to go fully live like that, I think that that is going to be a great thing to see, especially in terms of price appreciation. So with that being said, if anybody has any other questions or concerns, whatever the case may be, you guys could drop those in the chat real quick, and I will try to answer them, as well as kind of chat with you guys just a little bit more. But I do plan on wrapping up the stream here shortly, probably in the next 1 to 2 minutes. But yeah, so are you concerned with exchanges being too congested to let us on and execute our exit plans? Do you have a good counter for this? Dude, honestly, exchanges are extremely scummy in terms of that. Like we even see Binance go down all the time, Coinbase goes down, even Uphold goes down. Honestly, it's just set your sell targets, pray that they get hit, and you might be selling at a different point. But I always plan on the idea of this, right? So I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of a thing. So let's kind of zoom out. So say for so this target up here was $10, okay? So say for so this is $10, and say for so, right, we'll just do a horizontal line. Right here is $9.80, okay? I would potentially sell here instead of selling the exact top at $10. That way I get out before the massive influx of volume at $10. That way I don't undermine, first off, the idea of the exchange going down. I still hit my sell target, and I get to rebuy the dip whenever the dip does happen. So you don't want to be too greedy and get the exact topping point and stuff like that. You pretty much just want to be sure that you do sell at that point. So it is what it is. What is the price prediction for HBAR? $3 to $6 conservative, $10 to $15 on the high end. Find a good wallet in exchange for USDC. Then when it cools down, then send your USD to exchange. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you're buying, it's always hard to buy the exact bottom, and it's always hard to sell the exact top. I mean, it just works that way. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Like I said, I am going to be live streaming a lot more. The replay will be live on YouTube. So for anybody who is watching on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on to never miss an update. I do plan on uploading a lot more and doing a lot more live streams. But with that being said, I hope everybody who is watching live or not has a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.